Joining me now is Federal Affairs Associate at Americans for Tax Reform, Barclay McGain. You were at Trump's Madison Square Garden rally. The left-wing media and the Democrats have completely lost their minds over this rally. They've compared it to a pro-Nazi rally. They're calling everyone who attended fascists. And basically, they've lost their grip on reality.
Donald Trump's got this big rally going at Madison Square Garden. There's a direct parallel to a big rally that happened in the mid-1930s at Madison Square Garden. And don't think that he doesn't know for 1 second exactly what they're doing there.
People said that this was like reminiscent of the supremacist rally in 1939,
very scary.
The Nazis. I think that it lived up to that.
Trump actually reenacting the Madison Square Garden rally in 1939.
Nazi rallies in the 30s at Madison Square Garden. Do you compare that? Do you find that a similar comparison?
Listen, this election is in 7 days, and I think the American people have a very clear choice. And on the one hand, you have Donald Trump, who is constantly fanning the flames of division and hate.
The Democrats are claiming that the rally was so hate-filled and divisive that it has actually become a determining factor in how Americans are going to vote. Here's Harris campaign senior advisor David Plouffe.
These people were saying, I wasn't sure how I was going to vote. Now I'm voting for Kamala Harris. So it was a huge mistake. But here's what I've learned in politics. Things that really hurt you are things that are consistent with what people may already think about you. So that chaos and that hate and that division, for a lot of voters, they say that's what I'm worried about.
Barclay, you were there for the entire 6-7 hours. Was it full of hate and fascist talking points and reminiscent of some sort of Nazi get-together?
Yeah, hi Rita, and hello viewers. If it was a reenactment, it was an awful reenactment. I'm someone who grew up in Australia my entire life, and going to New York City for this rally was a major culture shock. And not only that, I've never seen more Israeli flags in my life. Indeed, New York is known as the melting pot. Indeed, a lot of Puerto Ricans probably attended this rally, people from all diverse points of background, and they came from all around the country, really to see what I believe will be the next president of the United States. So the kind of slander that we're seeing from Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, and the Democrats, I think, really shows how desperate they are. And that's what it amounts to, really.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. It's desperation. We're days away, and this is what they've got to cling on to. And while they're having their meltdown, the right side of politics is just mocking them. Watch this clip of Hitler watching this so-called Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden.
The Democrats said Trump is a Nazi.
Trump did nothing wrong. He supports the Jewish community.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no...
Droll. Worst Nazi rally ever, Barclay. So many Jewish people there, black people, brown people, all those Star of Davids on the Israeli flag. And yet they're continuing with this narrative about this being some hate-filled anti-Semitic event.
Yeah, I think more or less it just seems to be quite a distraction. What they're attempting to do is they're attempting to distract from the bad record of Kamala Harris in office. And when Donald Trump took to the stage, the first thing he said, he was crystal clear, are you better off right now than you were 4 years ago when I left office? And absolutely no American can say that they are in a better position now with rising interest rates, rising inflation, median household income is going down as well. The stock market is not performing all that well. No one can say that they are in a better position. And Kamala Harris has brought on Tim Walz. Recently, the Cato Institute released a report of all of the governors and how they went about raising taxes or reducing taxes in their state, Tim Walz being the governor of Minnesota. He got a straight F. And you can bet that when he assumes the role of vice president, if Kamala Harris is to be elected, he will very much continue that big government growth record. So this election is going to be very critical. And as you can see, they're bringing out all the stops, all the labels, all the smears to try and deter Trump from returning to the White House.
That's it, and I think we're going to see more of these manufactured outrages in the next 6-7 days, because that's all they have. Barclay McGain, thank you so much.